And the next question is going to come from Julie and Paula, actually asked a very similar question. And they're talking about, Joseph, what do we do about the cost of living? And that is a very deep and difficult question that I'm taking as my second question for the day, because this is not just a local Wyoming issue. This is a national issue, or maybe even perhaps a global issue. We all know that COVID kind of turned our world upside down when it comes to cost of living. And we've got people moving from expensive places to live, and they're migrating to cheaper places to live, right? Like Wyoming, Tennessee, Florida, not really Florida anymore, Texas, Georgia, South Carolina. You got people fleeing these spots where, it costs, $900 for electricity every month, and they're coming to places like Wyoming. And so this is really a national issue. But what can we do about cost of living? I think there's a couple of things that we can do. The Trump administration is working on some of that, and some of our legislature and some of our current leadership working on some of this. We can certainly do a couple of things. One, let's open up our energy, right? We can definitely open up energy and drive energy costs down. Now, why do I bring up energy when it comes to cost of living? Because everything related to our cost of living, for the most part, is tied to energy in some way. Whether it's the milk in the grocery store, or the bag of fertilizer at Home Depot, or, the Murdoch's chicken feed. It's all tied to energy in some way. The cost to ship those goods, to bring those goods to you, the cost and the overhead to keep those store lights on and everything. So one big thing we can do is we've got to look at ways to reduce energy costs. That should trickle down to a lot of our daily costs.